The Senate confirmation hearing of President Donald Trump's nominee for the U.S. Supreme Court, Neil Gorsuch, is now underway. Democrats are sure to question whether Mr. Gorsuch, a respected conservative judge on a Colorado appeals court, will maintain independence from Mr. Trump. He would fill a vacancy left by Justice Antonin Scalia's death 13 months ago. Democrats are still angry at Republicans for refusing to consider Barack Obama's Supreme Court nominee. But it is unclear whether they will try to block Mr. Gorsuch's confirmation. The nominee will make an opening statement before the Senate Judiciary Committee on Monday to kick off hearings that could span 4 days. If Mr. Gorsuch, 49, is approved by the Senate, he would restore a 5-4 conservative majority on America's highest court. As a lifetime appointee, he would be one of 9 justices who have the final legal word on many of the most sensitive U.S. issues, from abortion to gender to gun control to workers' rights. Democrats are expected to focus on what they say are Mr. Gorsuch's previous rulings in favor of business interests. How does the process work? Monday, each of the 20 committee members reads a 10-minute statement and Mr. Gorsuch will have his own of the same duration. Tuesday to Wednesday, Mr. Gorsuch to be questioned on a range of political and legal issues. They could include his stance on President Trump's travel ban. Thursday, outside witnesses testify for or against the nomination. Committee vote, members report the nomination to the full Senate, favorably, unfavorably or without recommendation. Senate procedural vote, Republicans have a 50-48 majority in the Senate, but Democrats can push to raise the required threshold to 60 votes. If they do, Republicans can use the so-called nuclear option to change the rules to allow a lower vote threshold. Senate full vote will be a simple majority if the above procedural hurdles are overcome. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said last week, Judge Gorsuch may act like a neutral, calm judge, but his record and his career clearly show he harbors a right-wing, pro-corporate special interest legal agenda. The nominee is also likely to be quizzed on whether he is sufficiently independent from President Trump, who has lambasted judges for ruling against his bid to restrict travel from certain Muslim-majority nations. Mr. Gorsuch, a judge on the Denver-based 10th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, will also be pressed on his role as a Department of Justice lawyer under former President George W. Bush from 2005-06. During that period, Mr. Gorsuch helped defend the administration's expansive use of aggressive interrogation techniques. His authorship of a 2006 book in which he argued against the legalization of assisted suicide and euthanasia will also probably come under the microscope. Democrats' liberal supporters are demanding they do everything within their power to stop Mr. Gorsuch. Memories are still raw of Republicans' refusal to even consider former Democratic President Obama's choice to fill the vacancy on the Supreme Court. But Democratic options are limited. Republicans control the Senate and they can change the chamber's rules to make it easier to confirm Mr. Gorsuch if any attempt is made to block him. Questioning of the nominee will begin on Tuesday, and a full Senate vote is expected early next month. The Senate confirmation hearing of President Donald Trump's nominee for the U.S. Supreme Court, Neil Gorsuch, is now underway.